Hi everyone, so today I wanted to share with you some things that I got recently from a Makeup Revolution order, and this makeup line is actually from the UK, so it's not a US brand. However, they did ship pretty quickly. I think I paid just under $12 for shipping, and I got it within 6 business days, not including the weekends. I didn't get the email saying, hey, your order shipped, which they said with a confirmation after I paid for it that I was going to get that. So I was kind of like wondering when the heck I'm going to get my stuff, because I'm very impatient. Let's just be clear. When I place an order, I want my stuff like pronto, like now. And having to wait is no buenos. I don't like doing that. So I decided to place an order because a follower of mine on Instagram posted a selfie and she looked just absolutely beautiful, and I had to comment on her photo, and she said something about Makeup Revolution, asked if I tried them. So of course the makeup junkie in me was like, what? Is there a brand out there that I don't know about that I need to try? And so I googled the brand. I will link their site below. It's not affiliate by any means. They don't even know I'm doing this video. And their stuff is so affordable. Like, I am just baffled by what I got for only 75 bucks, and that does include the shipping, so it wasn't the full 75 for everything. And a lot of their things that I noticed on their site are very similar to high-end brands, so they are almost like creating products that are dupes for other high-end brands, and I will show you and I will tell you more about that as we go along. But I'm really impressed. My whole face is Makeup Revolution except for brows and foundation. A lot of you have asked about my foundation. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, so I will list it down below. And then brows is something I got in my Ipsy this past month. So everything I have here, I'm going to show you up close. I'm going to insert some clips so that you can see everything that I got. So we're going to start with the eye stuff, because I gravitate towards eyeshadows and palettes. I love them. I hoard them. That's my thing. That's keeps me happy. So of course, when I saw these palettes, I was like, oh my gosh. And I couldn't figure out which one to get, so I was like, screw this. I'm getting both of them because I paid almost nothing for these. So the first one, let me wipe it off. It's super dirty. You can see fingerprints on it. That's the sad part about these things. But I saved the boxes so that I could show you. So the first palette that I got was the Eyes Like Angels. So it comes in a silver box like this. This is the Ultra Eyeshadows. This is 32 Ultra Professional Shadows. And then on the back, well, I'm too excited. On the back it tells you, it shows you the colors. Now these are kind of small. I mean, if you look at this to fit 32 full-size eyeshadows, I mean, obviously it won't. You have a really nice mirror. Well, hello. And then here are the eyeshadows. Tons of colors. What I love about these is that you have lots of cool tones, you have some warm tones, some beautiful browns, some silvers, some greens. I'm using one of the greens today. And the pigmentation is incredible. I was blown away because they looked really pretty in the pan, but it's one thing to kind of work with them, which I have, and they blend out really nicely. And then the next thing is, do they swatch well? And they're freaking amazing. A lot of these remind me of the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. They have that sort of creaminess, that pigmentation. I use a primer always, so I don't ever have issues with those creasing on me. But some of these I just am dying to wear on my eyes, like these purple tones and that lavender. Oh, I freaking love this. And do you want to know how much I paid for this? I paid $11.49. That's right, 11 bucks. I can't even believe it. The quality is just awesome. I love this. The next one is gonna look kind of familiar to you guys, and does this not look yummy? It looks exactly like the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is the I Heart Makeup I Heart Chocolate palette. So Makeup Revolution has their own brand. Of course, their entire brand is their products, but then they have a line within their brand called I Heart Makeup, and they are just a few dollars more, not by much. And when you're on the site, don't forget to convert it from British pounds to US dollars. It's not that much of a difference, you know, a couple cents, a dollar difference from their currency to US dollars. So again, I saw this and I was like, you know, do I really need this? Because honestly, I didn't get the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette because it's a bunch of neutrals, basic browns and just a few colors, and I have those. Like, Lord knows I don't need any more eyeshadows. So I didn't want to spend the $59 or $49 for that palette, and then I saw swatches on a blog. I believe it's called Julia's Allure. She's a beautiful gal. She did a comparison between this palette, which is the I Heart Chocolate, and the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, the original one, and they're exactly identical. The placement of the colors, the tone of the colors, some of them are almost exactly the same shade and finish. Some of them are just off by maybe like a hair as far as like the depth and tone of color, but the finishes are pretty much identical. So if you want a dupe for the chocolate bar palette, you can get yourself one of these. And this was, again, $11.49. Freaking ridiculous. Yes, it's got fingerprints. Excuse that. I used it today in the tutorial. So if you wanted a dupe, this is where it's at. So I like that a lot. Alright, so face products. I wanted to get some highlighters. I have been in a highlighter kick. You know me, I need these things in my life. I don't know why. So then I decided to get the Goddess of Love Triple Baked Highlighter. So this is the box. Cutesy little white box with a little heart shape, but who cares about the box? The packaging is just freaking adorable. Like, does this not look like the Too Faced ones? They have the highlighters, which is what I got here, the Goddess of Love. I think they have different shades of this highlighter. And then they also have ones with little strips that look exactly identical to the Too Faced ones. But those blushes, they're too frosted for my opinion. And I just don't really like that on my skin because I'm oily. So this is a sort of light, sort of pinky highlight shade. This is just the cutest, probably the cutest makeup item that I have. I mean, it's a heart shape, for crying out loud. Like, how cute would this be to just put it out on your vanity or, you know, just on display? Like, isn't that just adorable? Have it on today. Love it. It's a pinky sort of highlight. It's not super frosted as I thought. I mean, it's probably reflective because of all these lights. But in person, it's actually really soft where I can use this every single day, and that's what's giving me that sort of glow on my skin today. Love that. Another product for the face, where's the box, is the Iconic Blush, Bronze, and Brighten in the shade Flush. So it's like a little palette, and this is the packaging, very sleek, very shiny. Yes, you can see fingerprints, but I don't care about that. And it's just really thin, perfect for traveling and also perfect for throwing in your purse. And this is what it looks like. So it's got a bronzer, a highlight, and a blush. I'm wearing all of these except for the highlight today. This I use to bronze up my skin because it's a bit more warm. And then I haven't tried this. And then this blush here is so pigmented. It's what I'm wearing today. I actually had to blend this out with my foundation brush because I didn't know it was going to be that pigmented. I swatched it and it was like, wow, this is beautiful. But when you put it on, it's like, holy cow, you only need to just barely tap your brush into this and it's very pigmented. So this is the one in Flush. This is the one that seemed to be more matte out of all of the other ones. I don't like bronzers and blushes on me to be shimmery or satiny or glowy, dewy. But these have a satin finish to the point where it makes them sort of very creamy and they glide onto the skin. There isn't any sheen in these two, the bronzer and the blush. There is a shimmer in this palette, which you probably have already seen the up-close shot of that. It's beautiful. I love this. Okay, I had to take a sip of water because I am just like dying. I went downstairs. I mean, let's talk about my cup for a moment. This is a Starbucks tumbler. Does that not say Lexa to you? Like, this is... oh, this is everything. Okay, I ran downstairs to get my invoice. Sorry that I'm out of breath because I wanted to tell you how much these products were. So this is the Iconic Pro Blush, Bronze, and Highlight in the shade Flush. This was $5.99. $5.99. I mean, hello. Okay, then I got a bronzer because I wanted to try a bronzer that to me seemed similar to the Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced. I have a little mini one. I've been wanting to get that one and also the dark chocolate one, but they're kind of expensive and I just figured, okay, let me just try this. So this is the Ultra Bronze. I mean, first of all, the packaging is pretty simple and basic. It looks exactly like the contour kit from Wet n Wild, the same exact packaging. This bronzer is huge. Like, hello. I will have this for the rest of my life, and it is matte. And it's a little bit more muted in person, except for the camera. I don't know, maybe the lighting is picking up a little bit more warm. But this Ultra Bronze was $4.50. Yeah, $4.50. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Really like that a lot. Okay, some other face products. I have the Focus and Fix Liquid Concealer in the shade Light. And I used it today. I swatched it and I felt like it was a little thick. but then when I use it with my dampen beauty blender, it blended out very smoothly and it doesn't cling, and it's just the perfect coverage. I thought it was going to be too light, but it actually has a bit of an illuminating sort of glow as far as like highlighting. It's not shimmery or anything at all, but this is, let's see, where are you on my list? Okay, this was $3, $3. Love that. It's a great size as well. Then I got the Makeup Revolution liquid liner. This is the only product that I forgot to take an up close, but this is an ultra black. I used it in today's tutorial. It's a very, very black and very liquidy liner is what I have on today. It's very rich and it dries matte. The tip of it is very, very fine, as you can see. It's weird because it's not a felt, it's not a marker. It's kind of like a soft sort of like silicone-y, plasticky tip. Very weird. I definitely have to get used to this because I usually use liquid liner pens. I think they're easier, but this is very rich and black, and I really like this. And then this was the Amazing Eyeliner in black, was $2.25. So really, really affordable. Love that. Oh, and the iHeart Chocolate Palette was at $11.97, and I think I said like $11.50 or something like that. But that's the Ultra palette. Okay, lip products. I got one of the iHeart Makeup Lip Lavas. This is a liquid lipstick with vitamin E. Liquid lipsticks are all the rage right now, and I've tried a few of them. I feel like they're too drying on the lips, so I just kind of gave up on that. But this is in the shade, what shade is this? Is it called Lip Lava? I don't know. Like, is this the shade? Oh no, sorry. This is in the shade Tremor. So it doesn't have it on the actual packaging, but it's on the box. It'll tell you the color, but this is Tremor, and it's just like the ones from the ones from Too Faced. They have like a little bit of a like a sponge tip applicator, and it comes out through the center. Really, really nice. And then I got a couple lipsticks. I have the LipHug lipstick in the shade Love Can Set You Free. It's what I'm wearing today. It's a beautiful sort of nude color. I really like the slim line and how it twists up. I think it's really, really nice. And this one was $3.75. So is this iHeart Makeup? No, this is just the regular LipHug. They have a ton of different lip products. It's going to be really hard for you to narrow it down because it's ridiculous. Then they also have the iHeart Makeup lip products, and this one is in the shade Irregular Heartbeat. This one, I'll put the price on the screen because I can't see it on my paper, but it has a heart shape, which is super, super cute, and there's supposed to be two different colors in there. Well, not two different colors, but the two shades are the same. I think it's supposed to be one is more moisturizing and then one is a little bit drier, just like a standard lipstick. This is a little too bright for my preference. I think this would look better if you have a tan. If you're really fair, something like super bold and bright like this may need to be toned down with a lip liner or paired up with a warmer or like a deeper lip gloss, which is what I'll do with that. But seems to be really nice. So the three lipsticks that I got, I just couldn't really decide. I wanted to get something that was deeper and then some everyday shades. So the first one is called Dusky, and these Makeup Revolution lipsticks are $1.50, right? Let's see. Yes, the Amazing lipsticks. So I guess this is called. This one is in the shade Dusky, and it's a light pink color, but it's a little bit too frosty. I mean, the frost that's in it is very, very subtle, where it almost mimics the look of a gloss, so it's not bad, and I will still wear it. But if it was any frostier than it is, I think it would be like you're trying to bring back the 80s, and you know, that's just not really trendy right now. So I think that this is just the right amount of frost if that's what you're into. I think you might like this. For me, it's not my preference, but I will make it work. It's a pretty shade. It's a nice, beautiful pink shade. And these also have like well, this is actually the cap, but the cap has a bit of a sort of color so you can see what they are. They kind of have the same sort of setup as the NYX lipsticks. The other one is in the shade Reckless, which is a very deep shade. It looks a lot darker than what I thought, but it's actually a really nice shade of red. I think it works for my skin tone. I think it's going to be really, really nice. And I think it's going to be really pretty. It's kind of like a bit of a berry undertone, so it's not quite like your classic red shade. It's definitely more wearable because of that berry. And for me, I've never found the right shade of red. I've tried so many of them, and I have a few of them that I like and they're okay, but it's just not the perfect red for my complexion. I haven't found that one, but this is a nice sort of deep berry shade. I like that a lot. Then the last lipstick is in the shade The One, and this one is definitely right up my alley. It's a kind of brownie nude shade. Definitely perfect for every day. These do have a slight bit of a smell to them. I feel like it's got a little bit of a sweet scent to it. I don't know, like, it's hard to, I don't want to say bubblegum because it doesn't really smell. Let me smell this one. I don't know. Because, like, this one had, like, the standard sort of cheapo lipstick, drugstore lipstick smell. But these have a slight kind of sweetness to it, so it's not bad. But anyways, that one lipstick is definitely, reminds me of one from Bite Beauty that I really like. But it's got a bit of a pink undertone, so it's not quite like washing you out. It's not one of those like concealer types of nudes where it completely washes you out, especially someone so fair like me that just doesn't work. So that is everything. I hope that this video was helpful if you were interested in this brand. If you've heard of it, I definitely didn't hear about it until a follower of mine told me about it, and I'm really glad that she did. And I'm happy with everything that I got so far. I do have to wear these lipsticks and see what I think. So far, I'm wearing the Love Can Set You Free one, and I've liked how it went on from the start and how it's still on. I haven't touched it up or anything throughout this video, so I do like that. So let me know if you guys want to see reviews of any of these products. I will be using these, of course, in more tutorials. So don't forget to subscribe so that you will see those. The look that I'm wearing today will be up next. I want to get this video up as soon as possible to kind of share with you guys everything that I got. But I do think so far I'm really impressed. And if you're looking for specific products that may be dupes or maybe kind of similar where you can save a little money, then this might be the brand for you. Again, I know it's not a US brand, and if you don't really like that, not everybody wants to order from other countries. It's kind of like, you know, am I going to get my stuff? But they do have a pretty decent following on Instagram. I'll put their Instagram username down below so that you can follow them, because that's where I kind of saw some things as well that I wanted to order. But I really like everything. These eyeshadows, I'm just blown away by the Eyes Like Angels palette. Really, really like the bronzer. So far, first impressions on what I've used, I'm really happy and I like them. I just think that this highlight is just so adorable. Like, hello. I mean, I probably would have maybe at some point caved and got the one from Too Faced just because the packaging is cute. I'm a sucker for packaging that way. Yes. Not good for my wallet though, but I think that's a really nice highlight shade. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I would love to know what your feedback is, so leave it down below. Thank you so much for tuning in for this video, and I will see you very, very soon.